Okay, here we are. Welcome. First one, let me check how is the audio, if it's working good. I'm sorry for the voice. These days I'm very, very, very sick. Ecco, that's why. Let me check. Okay, the audio looks good. So let me close here. Let me plug the phone because I need as a webcam. And let's continue to talk about our new way for send the helmet. Let me see if somebody else is joining me in the chat for a moment. No one, so I can continue normally. So last time I started to use this resin mixed with a baby powder like this one for smooth the helmet. It was a test. We have some, not problem, but some technical issue that my curing station, it was too small for the helmet. It doesn't fit well. And even if I can close the helmet inside, it cannot turn. So it was very difficult for curing. And I found the UV light in the curing station is not so strong for cure and big helmet like that when it took 20-30 minutes every time. It was not possible to make like that. So I said that I will make my own curing station box for curing the big helmet. I did, very simple. So first one I want to show to you because I'm very happy of the result. And after I will talk about that one and we can continue to make the live. So let me go to the other part of the room. Sorry, the mess. Here, this one, the eSUN e-box dryer. It was the box that I used before for my old Creality printers a long time ago. It became my cure station. It's very simple. Have the zip that you can close. Inside I put one turning bed, and you can see there is some strip LED on the left, on the right, and one big one here on the top. And here, behind the mask, I have the switch. If I just turn on the button, you can see it will turn on all the UV light, especially the strong one on the top that is 30 watts. This one is spinning, and I just put one helmet there. In 5 minutes I can cure it completely, and it's working very good. This one I close, so I don't have any contamination, especially the cats, they don't enter inside. I can check by there. And that one was pretty simple to make it, honestly. So let me come back to my position. Here, all the printers. Okay, let me come back on this view. Perfect. So that one was pretty simple to make it. I just took the box from the eSUN because it was already very big, and it's already a little bit reflective inside. But you can take even a small box, carton box, doesn't matter. And you need to put the UV light at the 405 nm. That is the same power of the light that we use for curing with the UV light, our resin. From 395 to 405 is okay. Stronger is better because it will cure faster. I put one big on the top. For the moment, I just put two strip LED on the two sides. I will take two more to the other two sides just for have more power. Anyway, it's spinning every time, so the light reach everything. It's not reflecting too much, but normally the helmet is just one side, like this one. I don't need to reflect also inside. So when I put like this one and turning, the light will reach everywhere, so it's not a big problem. So I don't need to put a reflective, but if you want, you can add for sure stronger and more point of light is much better. And that's all. I just use one old spinning pad that I had when I make some video for 360 for the helmet. I decided to keep it there. With one plug I control everything, so I made in 5 minutes just to go to the shop to buy the light. And it was very simple and it works very good. Remember, this one is the helmet that last time I tried to cure it. I put there 10 minutes and it was totally cured. So I had the chance to sanding to sand after a little bit. This one is after only one coat of resin. I still need to pass at least two more times, as I told you last time, but I already removed the first layer of resin and sand until 500 wet, and it's already very, very smooth. So this one I will just primer now, check how is the result, where is some small imperfection, where I need to add more resin, and I will just add some resin only in that spot, because I don't think I need to put everywhere, because it's already super, super smooth. Now from here, maybe from the camera, you cannot see very clear, but it's already, all the surface is very smooth. Anyway, these days it's raining forever, so it's not a very good moment for spraying anything, because when it's raining there is a lot of humidity, so it's better don't spray outside. So I just make the, oops, don't cut the cable, I just make the back of the, what happened to the camera? Why my camera is dead? Wait a moment, I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened to the camera. I was afraid I break some cable. So because I cannot go outside to spray anything because the weather is not very good, I just use the small spray station for the miniature inside, and I start to make the back. This one is the back. Here there was a big scar, as you can see. Maybe from here you still have a little bit layer shift that he made when I changed the filament. And I apply the resin, I sand it one time, I pass one primer, and it's already super smooth. It remaining just, if you want to very picky, a little bit here, but I need to pass the resin 2 times more, and this one is already super, super smooth. This one, just one layer of resin, sand it 320, 500, primer to check how is the situation, and is almost perfect. One more part just for here, and it's done. And it saved me so much time compared to the old way I need to sanding for hours. So today, because I cannot continue on that one, because as I told you, if I don't pass the primer, I cannot see how is the situation. I cannot continue to put the resin. I printed a new helmet, and I will start a new helmet. And this time is the moment of the Mandalorian. If you see the video, I printed this one yesterday in 12 hours. I printed with the eSUN PLA Plus, with the FL-SUN V400 in one part. As you can see, on the top is roughed a little bit because inside there was not support, because it's not really necessary support inside. So what I did now is just I pass a very fast 180 to remove some big scar that I had. There was one line here, because I don't know why in the last period, you can see this one. After, when I changed the filament, it left me some scar. Probably I need to lube a little bit my V400. So I just pass here a little bit for remove the big one. On the top, I left almost everything here. So today I apply the resin, I curing, and check how it's coming. First one, I'm using this tool because I want to clean a little bit inside. I want to show to you how. So I put the camera here. Wait a moment. Okay, wait a moment. I don't have a regia, I don't have a stage, everything by myself every time. Let me see how is the view. Okay. So this tool, let me remove the resin before I make a disaster. It's what I'm using every time for cleaning, especially on the bottom here, after you put the raft maybe, or the brim for scratch. It's a nice hook blade that you can see for reach some deeper part. This one is a very useful tool. I told you already last time when I show you the tool that I'm using for make my helmet smooth. I have a lot of this one because they break easily, and especially for each this part inside the visor, this hook here. Yeah, very good. They have different angle, different size. Just need to pay attention because this blade is very sharp, and many times happen that for cutting some part, I cut also the PLA directly. I left a big scar. So just make slowly. Also, don't attention to don't cut your finger. Happen many times. And I think it's ready. This helmet I printed, as I told you that before, in one piece. I scaled the 92%. It's perfect for my head. The only problem is my big nose. That one is not the problem of the file. I have a big nose, I cannot do anything, so I will squish a little bit. It's okay. It's the problem to have a big nose. I should transform the file, make a little bit longer here, but after it will be not the same proportion. I could make a little bit bigger, but after it will shake a little bit. Anyway, you know, I just make for exhibition, so it's okay like this one. Here we put the visor, so the nose will a little bit squish inside, but you will not see anything, so it's okay. So let's start. Like last time, the tool that we need to use are first one, the safety gloves. When you need to use the resin, always use the gloves and the mask. Sorry for the voice. It's 1 week that I'm sick. Let me remove the watch in case I finish some resin. So after that, the mask. Here I already prepared a little bit of resin. I use another resin this time. This is a different color, but it doesn't change anything for the result. I already add some baby powder. So if you want to see how to apply, just check the previous video. Anyway, probably I need to add more this time because this is too less. It was just for the back. And let's start to apply. Take the resin. I think it's a little bit too liquid now. It's already. I need to add a little bit more powder to make more dense. So I make one first layer more light, like this one. And after I will put more baby powder because it starts to be too less. As you see, I use every time the sponge brush. Last time I think I apply also too much resin every time. That's why I also need too much time for curing. So this time I found that if I apply more thin layer is better, especially if you don't have big surface raft. But already a very smooth surface is not necessary. So very thin coat or layer is okay. You can use even a bigger brush if you have, for the first part is okay. Try to don't left some part more in one point. Try to spread better as you can. This one I will paint with a graphite, like the first one that I made. But the first one I made with the normal sanding process, so it was smooth, but not super reflective. I hope this time applying all the resin, the result will be even better. So the graphite will be more reflective and more similar to the metal helmet. Here there is a little bit of hole because when you print this part without the support, it's not going to have some defect, so I will put a little bit more resin later. If you want to have a better surface on the top, you can decide or to add the support, so you have left defect on the beginning. But if you want to remove all this ring here, the only solution is printer with a smaller layer. So not 0.02 but 0.16, 0.12 or 0.1. You can make this one, or printing the full helmet with a lower layer will give better finishing, but much more time to print. Instead of 12 hours, you can print even in 24 hours, double. Or you can use the adaptive layer, like I showed you last time, and just adjust on the top. Is what I normally do because I don't want to fix all this mess every time around. But with the resin should be faster. So this time I print everything with 0.2 and see how it is. Should not be a problem. In this case it will be faster. Already finished to apply almost all the helmet. As you can see, it's much faster like this one than when I put my putty cream. Okay, almost finished also on the back. Here I don't put because it will be the other spare parts that I already printed, and I will apply later the resin. Try to apply everywhere. The resin that I use is a normal resin for the resin print. It's nothing special. It's not ABS. It's just normal resin. The important is when you start to see that your brush, in this case the sponge brush, start to left some dirty, I suggest that you replace with another one, because otherwise after you will have all this dirty on the helmet, and when you're curing they stick there. So it's okay that after you need to sand, so you will remove most of them, but if the surface that you are working is cleaner, it's more clean, is more fast, more simple. You see, start to left some small part. The sponge, they're very simple to use, very cheap, so I suggest to buy a lot because you need to replace often. Yes, change. Here are all my sponge. Here I have another one. I bought like 10 last week. You can buy different sizes also, bigger, smaller, so you can adjust according to what is your preference. Remember to pass, for pass inside this one here that is a little bit rough, I use the broken one because it's easy to break the sponge, so I don't want to break the new sponge. So apply a little bit with this one, and the top I will remove with this one. So like this one I will not ruin it immediately the new sponge. I really hope this time it will become smoother, more smooth than the other time. That is already very good, but as much as you can smooth with the normal sanding, it will always be some small part that you cannot reach, some small corner that have some small lines, very difficult to remove. And I'll try every time to make some different way to have better result in less time, because as you can see, I print a lot and I make everything by myself, so I don't have too much time for the post-production. So always find a faster way to make the job easier and of course better. Anyway, as I said in the video when I posted this one, now make one helmet like this one, it become very simple. This one before, with the old generation printer, you need more than 1 day and a lot of post sending to reach already this stage of quality probably, or a lot of tuning from the printer. Now with this new printer, very fast, with a clipper, you can print something like this in 12 hours and is already very good. Okay, now that it's ready, it's time to go to put in the cure station. So wait a moment, I don't want to touch the phone. So let's go there. I hope you can see. Yes, you can see. I go here. Let me adjust the camera. Okay, more or less we are here. Let me open. I put the mask inside here. Close. Turn on. And here you are. If you hear me a little bit with a strange voice now that I changed the camera, it's because I'm using the mask with a rebreather, because I cannot breathe the resin. So it's for this reason. Now, as you can see, the helmet is turning slowly and is curing. Like this one, in few minutes should be ready. In the meantime, I want to drink water, but I cannot touch the water with the gloves full of resin. So let's wait a little bit. This box is a life changer for me, because I always need something big for curing some big stuff that I want to make, and it doesn't fit, of course, on the small curing station, and it works perfectly. It's an e-box and some UV light inside. I'm bad that it's spinning 360, big enough for containing one helmet, and it's okay. As you can see, the stronger light is on the top, on the side is a little bit less strong, so I want to add more light on the side. It should be strong enough. Anyway, temporarily, until I don't have the other lights, what I can do, mask, take the helmet here, a second, and put it like this. Remove this one moment. Just put 1 second there, like this one. This light is very strong. You should cure immediately. Yeah, probably we'll put one more big light here that face up like this one, and it will be perfect. One more of this one. Okay, so close, turn off the bottom. Yeah, it's already super cured. Last time, remember when I touched, it was super sticky. I cannot work. This one is already cured. I can already start to send. 2 minutes against 20 of the last time. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so let me change the space. Yes, because now I need to send, I need more space. Let me remove this one. Okay. So for sanding, we start first one 240. Where is my 240? Who take my 240? Wait, I need to take the 240 for this one. Here you are. 240. Yep. Now I will mute a little bit the microphone, or it will be very, very noisy. So for a moment you cannot hear me. The first time I pass with this one to remove the tougher part of the resin that maybe can remain in here and make more simple to remove. And after I will sand with the hands, because with the hands I can control better the angles. Okay, let me start to see the difference. At this side, I start to sand it, and you can see it's already, look, already much better. So continue. It's very difficult to filming and keep it this one on the center of the scene. Let me see if I can do something. Wait a moment. Let's see if it's working, people. You can still see, yes. There we go. So maybe you lose the camera. Wait a moment. Okay, wait a moment. I'll try to make the camera more simple to follow me. No, it's not working. So wait. Come back. Yeah. Okay. Now you should be able to see me back. Okay. Because it's very difficult to keep the helmet in the center of the scene when I'm filming. So I was trying to find a better way, but it's not so simple. Okay, I remove part of the resin, a little bit here. Sorry for the sound. Okay. Now I need to clean a little bit for remove all this dust. Let me take one towel. I can use something with the alcohol, so it's good for clean. Just a little bit. Okay. And now I can start to sand by hand. So as I said before, now I use this 320 already. So we skip all the passage from 60 to 320 already. Let's start to sand by hand. And now I can reach all this corner here that with the machine I can reach. Remember always to use the mask and the gloves because you are sending a PLA but also resin. So normally with the PLA you should still use the mask, but with the resin it's really important. And I know that from the video it's not simple to see, but if you touch now with the finger, you can feel it already very smooth, and this is only the first layer. For most of the people, this result is already very good, and they can already start to paint. But more layer you apply, every time thin layer, better
result you will have in the hand. So this one is according to your preference. More time you spend sanding, smoother the helmet will come. This one I want to sand until the 2000 wet. I say wet because after I reach the 500, for sanding from 500 to 2000, every time you use the water. So I take one bucket of water, put my sandpaper inside the water to become very soft, and sanding using the water that will help me to reach and make more smooth. But normally you start to use the water only from 500 grams to higher. Under that one you don't make it. So when you sand to 500, you can start to use the wet sandpaper that will give you even more smooth surface. Let me check if there is some question in the meantime, because I cannot see anything. No, okay. The connection looks stable at least. I know that the time that I make the live is not very compatible for most of the people in America and Europe, but at least you can recover the video later. So even if you don't watch in live, let me know in the comments if you have some problem with this technique, if you tried this technique already, what do you think? And like I told you last time, if I find other tutorial, something that you want to try, let me know in the comments. I will see if I can try for you. And don't forget to subscribe to the eSUN channel and activate the bell, so every time me and my other friends make some video here, you will get the notification immediately. Don't worry if you find some dust here, after we pass some hair gun to clean it. I saw one part here, this line here, you see, I use this one. You need to be careful because this one is very sharp. If you pass wrong, you left a mark on the part that you don't want. He's really cutting. So make it slowly. After you need to apply a lot of resin for cover the gap, the scratch. With this tool you can make the lines much better after you apply the resin. If you don't want to waste too much time before curing, you can apply a little bit this one already to remove before curing it. It will be more soft, of course, but I prefer making this way. Take more time, but I have a better control. Okay. The top is still a little bit rough. Here I need to put a little bit more resin, but the top is always the worst part on this helmet. But this side here is already much smoother than before. Here on the edge, here where it was the scar is already covered totally by the resin. Here. And you see that sandpaper is not good enough, change it with another one. You see here it's already much ruined. So let me change. Otherwise you send but you don't make any effort, any effect. My throat is still painful. Okay, I think I'm almost done the first layer. Let me clean a little bit more. Before I apply the resin, I need to be sure that it's dry and there is no small part of paper around, otherwise I will stick on it and it will be a mess. We now apply a second layer and put the curing, and we finish here for today. It's already passing almost 1 hour. Okay, let me take some paper. This way is very, very fast. Actually, normally I can already start to paint like this one, it will be still acceptable. For normal people, it will be already more good enough. In just one passage of coating and sanding instead of 10 hours and hours. Okay, so let's put back to the resin. Let me add some resin and some baby powder. Just a little bit, not too much resin, because it's already a lot. Baby powder. I try to don't fall down all the baby powder on me. I failed. Mix. And remove all the grams of the powder, so mix well. Here now it's more dense, so it will cover much more. So it's important to pass very thick layer now, otherwise you really need 5 hours to curing. I spread baby powder everywhere. The person that you need to clean, it will kill me, but the person is me, so I will kill myself. Okay, let me throw this one. So now I put it here after into curing, and remove with the other resin stuff, because you cannot just throw the resin. It's not good for the planet. So, apply. Okay, this looks a little bit more dense, less transparent. Now, in a normal condition, before apply a second layer of resin, I found that it's better for me to pass one primer to helmet, foresee better where is the defect, and insisting that part. If some part is already very smooth, I don't need to apply more resin because it just makes more work later. But first, in the live, I don't have time to apply the coat, the primer, and wait to dry. And second, the weather is not good at all these days for primering. When it's raining, there's a lot of humidity. If you apply the spray, you can have some reaction, some bubbles. It already happened to me many times. So for this time, I just apply 2 thin layer of resin. Here is already a lot. I need to spread better. And next days, when the weather will be better, I will spray and check how is the result. I will try, but I cannot guarantee because Monday I need to travel for one event from the Frozen, so I'll not have too much time this week. But I will try to finish the helmet before the next live. So if I can, next live, I can pass the graphite in the live with you and see the effect together. But I cannot guarantee. I need to see if I can finish to pass the resin, and if the weather is good, to primer and to painting, because after you primer, before pass the graphite, you need to apply some layer of black glossy paint to have a better effect after on the graphite. So I hope I have time, and I hope the weather support me, because until it doesn't reduce this humidity, I cannot spray. As you can see, red hood is still like that one. So in case I will delay the live a few days if I don't finish in time, but I would like to bring the next live the graphite. The first time that I make, the result was pretty good. A lot of people appreciate and asked me to make it again last time. So but I need to prepare the helmet for good first. Oh, it's here. Okay. Still okay. Still is easy. Here, put too much. I need to spread better. Yeah. If you touch some part to put the resin, apply immediately some layer of brush, because otherwise you'll have the fingerprints on your helmet. Because until you don't curing, the resin is very soft. This brush is dying. Now let me change. This in just few layers. Just two part. I forgot to say this helmet, if you're looking for this one was from the Patreon of Mystery Maker of June 2023, probably, or last year. But Mystery Maker makes a lot of helmet of Star Wars, so if you're looking for something like that, you can definitely check his Patreon, Mystery Maker. And you will find a lot of this beautiful helmet of Star Wars. And I have a big love for Star Wars. So for me, Mystery Maker makes great files. Okay. Dry spread almost everywhere. Okay. Let me check. Also inside the here. Okay, so right for me, I just put there 1 second. I have the hand too much dirty for resin. I cannot touch anything. Wait a second. I need to put the helmet to dry and come back.
Okay, here we are. I remove the mask because now I finish. So the helmet is there now. I will keep for a few minutes because I apply more resin this time. So once again, this box, I really love it. It's working very good. It's very simple to make it. So it was a great job, I say to myself. Okay, come back here. Okay, guys, so I'm very sick. Now I will wait until it finishes to curing, and after that, camera, okay, I will continue to sand a little bit more, and I really hope I can finish in time before next week, so I can apply the graphite together. Otherwise, I will delay a little bit. Anyway, we still have plenty of time. And that's all. Thank you for staying with me together. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, so when I make the next live, you will get the notification in time. So thank you.